Here we are in Cartegena, and we had been in this gorgeous anchorage right over there and settled in, and I had no anchor windlass because I was battling to get certain things repaired. And at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Nesta, who's a brilliant engineer, mechanic, electronics type guy, just general fixed guy, came and actually helped me get the anchor windlass finally finished. And we were sort of like, okay, just a few more jobs left. And so Darlene and I were sitting on the foredeck on the nets, and we were relaxing. We had a glass of wine, having dinner, when the Coast Guard cutter, the one the same as was over there, the little Coast Guard boat, came out and said, "You have to move." And I made a few phone calls trying to get translations and trying to understand what is it that they want us to move. And they said, all the boats must move. Tomorrow is the Ironman, you must move. This was at 8:30 last night. And so, having had a glass of wine and thought it's going to be relaxed, we had to fire up the engines, and thank God the engines fired up, hit the buttons and pull up the anchor, and the anchor worked. If we didn't have an anchor, they would have been pulling. And so we pulled up and we ended up moving over to where we are. And little by little, they went from boat to boat, forcing everybody to move. This catamaran right here was also with us and had to move. So they've cleared out everybody, and you can see over here where the Ironman is taking place. But they are not swimming anywhere near the boats. They are swimming around the perimeter of the boats. So when you are dealing with a lack of planning constitutes an emergency for some people, but a major inconvenience for others. And so people have got to really think, if you're going to do something, think about what are the steps you need to take in order to be able to be effective and efficient in all of these components. They knew for weeks there was going to be an Ironman. They set up the buoys. When they set up the buoys the day before yesterday, they could easily have come to the yacht and said, please, we have a race, please reposition to another place so we can have the race. Not at 8:30, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. This vessel next door was at dinner when their agent called them and said, you have to move. There was another vessel out there who has no steering. They were working on their steering and was not able to move. They got a phone call from the agent and said, you've got to move, you have to move. The authorities are going to create major trouble for you if you don't move. So we've got to start thinking about logistics and systems in our governments, in our structures. What happens when democracy falls apart? What happens when stupidity starts to reign supreme? We're going to come to this place of authoritarianism. We're going to come to this place of disorganization, inconsideration. Our world has to be better. We as a society can do better. We have evolved so far. Why are we devolving? We need to think. We need to be considerate. We need to have compassion and understanding. And most important, plan so that we can cooperate. It is up to us to do better. But it takes two people, two organizations to do better.